lost. He was like, young blood, it's okay, baby, calm down. It's all right, you got that. Right. So I come back to the room, my face all tight. My roommate like, what's up, Junior? I say, man, that dude stay across the till, man, talking to me, man, that FLR. He's like, that's how you talk to him? I was like, yeah. He's like, who was it? I said, it was Tom. Man, he grabbed my hand and drugged me around there immediately. So we get there, we open the door. He under the bed, sharpening a knife.
Oh, no.
So if I didn't check that boy, I'd be one flaw ass nigga. One flaw ass nigga. If I didn't.
Yo, this your boy Ferno here with another video. I want y'all to meet my brother. My brother been through a lot, but now he got his own handyman business. Excuse the noise in the video, by the way. My brother be on the move, so this is the way I had to get the video, man. So like and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the show. Yo.
Number one, your child.
What's going on, my brother?
Then you should be concerned about the well.
All right, D man. Tell us about your childhood.
It was the same as everybody else. Freaking, I grew up in the city, you know that.
Yeah.
Great childhood. Family. I didn't know I can't say we was poor. I mean, we were a family. We didn't have the best, but if you never knew what that was, you didn't expect it. You just lived. You weren't looking for certain things to be a certain way. You just enjoyed, played outside till the lights came on and you played some more. It wasn't nothing I could look back on and say it was bad. I didn't miss no meals. I don't have any bad things to say. We moved around a lot, but that was it. So, but that helped me be able to adapt, be able to get into a situation, be it prison or be it dealing with a new challenge with work or finding a new job. Just being able to pick up and start over has never been an issue. So in some ways, when she felt like she was failing, she actually was helping, and that made me better. I'm gonna have to call her and tell her that. Yeah, I never thought about that like that. Drop some fat on her later. I'm gonna put some fat on her head real quick. What's up, mama? I know you're at work. I just thinking about something I'm gonna say real quick and let you go. He got me here doing a video vlog interview for his YouTube channel. He was asking me about my childhood, and I thought about it, and I was like, well, we used to move around a lot. I said, and looking at it now, where it might have been looked at as a shortcoming because we hopped around and did this and that, my mama was actually helping me to be ready for the future because I'm able to adapt to so much now. Be it a new work environment or any change in my life, I'm able to deal with it in that moment, adjust and keep moving. And so that is to your credit. Some people might look at it, oh, well, we had an unstable childhood, but I think it was probably the otherwise. Those were skills I don't think you knew what you were doing, but a byproduct of us moving around with me being stronger, so I appreciate that. That's all. We're not gonna get all mushy on the phone though, because he recording me right now. But we'll talk later. Installing gutter guard screen up top for about maybe 100 feet of gutter guard screen. That's it. So the first thing we'll do is cut the screen and pop it up there. That's it.
So talk about your college experience.
Getting up to college. Didn't do good on the SAT. I missed it by 10 points. And right before leaving high school, I tore my knee up. So I was like, hell, I don't know where I'm gonna go. And I applied to some schools. I got into different schools offer different things. Be it Florida State had an okay offer, but I just didn't like the program. Florida was okay, whatever. I ended up going to a university down there, and the coach, he actually just died recently too. But he pulled some strings, he got me in there. I ended up taking the ACT, which was a backdoor way to get in. You could do that as an alternate to the SAT, and I scored high on that. So I think I just wasn't ready for the SAT that day. And I got to college. College experience was very, very interesting as far as people. I met some great people, but I also got in trouble, and that ended up costing me a lot of time. I ended up doing 10 years in prison. Went to prison for some foolishness, some real foolishness. Met some guys and thought they fit the stereotype of being from the tough schools. And I went to HML. You know, that was not known by any standard for being a tough school. That's Spanish boys.
Yeah.
White boys, let them tell it, which is really not white. But anyway, I met these guys that went to the Northwesterns and Carroll Cities and Jacksons, which were predominantly black. And I was like, I'm fit in with them. And got involved in some stuff. And thinking these were the tough guys, they were going to lead the horse or lead the show. And I was the one leading the show, and it was all said and done. It was 12 of us, and I'm the only one that went to prison.
Wow.
And I ended up with life at first.
You got it, bro?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so talk about your trial. How the trial went.
My federal trial lasted 8 months. I had 2 missed trials, and I lost my 3rd trial. My state trial lasted like 17 months, but that's the one they were getting ready to kick me out on. The Fed trial is probably the most interesting. My first Fed trial was like September 2005, sound right, and everything was going my way. The guys came in there, and people I thought were my friends, they said some stuff that, looking back, I don't know, I understand. You can't expect people not to put their life before yours. And I don't know if that's a way of I think that's the grown-up way to look at it. I think so. I mean, I'm not a fan of telling on nobody, but prison is like dying and being able to see what happens after you die. Almost like when people say they feel themselves floating over their body and they can look down. It's like that. You see how life goes on with you not in it. Right. And so you can't ask nobody to die for you. I mean, you die for your kids, you die for your mom, stuff like that, but you can't ask the average friend, man, die for me. You can't do that and expect positive results or expect the results you want. So at 18 years old, I can expect another 18-year-old to die for me and go and give his life away. Because in so many words, that's what you're doing. And so I can't say they felt weak. They were human. And because under different circumstances, I think that, and people argue with me with this sometimes, but I think that given the right circumstances, everybody would tell. And just I'll give my own example. If I won't go deep into it, but if you and another person are involved in something illegal and you taking care of your mom and they want to get you, they gonna come and get you and say, look, we're gonna lock your mom up unless you tell on so-and-so. And 9 times out of 10, if you've been honest with yourself, you're gonna tell on so-and-so to save your mom. Right. So that's why I really can't say nothing about snitching. It's not for me, but you know, that's why they did it. So like I say, of the 12 people involved, I was the only person that went to jail and did the time. And they came to the trial, they did their thing. On the day of my sentencing, on the day of the verdict, I had pled to like half the case. I broke the case in half. Right. And so I went to trial on the other half of the case. So they were reading the verdict, and I knew I was going to prison. But I thought I was going to go to prison for like 4 years. And so I was like, hell, I got 2 years in, 2.5 years, 4 years. You ain't said nothing. I do that on my back. Right. And they were reading the verdict, and they were like, we the jury find the defendant Dominique Lewis on counts 3 and 4 of the indictment. They said 3 initially, guilty. And man, you talking about, it was like the soundtrack to life stopped. I couldn't hear nothing. Guilty? What? And then they kept talking. They were like, we the jury find the defendant on count 4 of the indictment. No, they said count 3 of the indictment, not guilty. That's what happened. Yeah. So when they said that, you should have seen my black behind. I'm hollering and dancing. I told you I wasn't guilty. And the white people kept talking. And like, we find him on count 4 guilty. And I just, what? Guilty? The hell you mean? So they walked me back into the back hall where they took my belt from me. They took my shoelaces. I'm gonna hang myself, man. I can't even think right now. Hanging take too much thought. I can't hang myself right now. That's too much work. I just want to go to sleep. So I didn't eat for a few days. I just slept. I didn't know. I knew I was messed up. I was in a real bad spot, and some stuff was getting ready to happen to me. Oh, I got sentenced, and they sentenced my ass up to yin yang. They gave me a bunch of time. I remember counting on my fingers. Because the feds are slick. The feds don't give you years. They give you months. So when they gave me the months, I went to counting. I was was like, oh, man, I can do a couple hundred months. That ain't no thing. What the hell you mean months? They could do months. Months go by every day.
Right.
Man, I went to adding. Hold up. He said, what you doing, Mr. Lewis? I said, I'm counting. Hold on, Your Honor, that's too much. He said, do what you can.
Wow. What he said?
Do what you can.
Wow.
I called that white man the C word. I ain't gonna say it on the video, but I called him the C word. I said, what?
Nah, I ain't afraid of heights. I'm good. Yeah. All right, so talk about your prison experience.
Prison was interesting. You have to go through, it's called a captain review before you go on the compound. I started off in the penitentiary at 19 years old. I was in the penitentiary. Who does that? And that was the max custody level, short of a super max. And so they review you before you go to the compound. And I didn't have no co-defendants. That's another thing. I had a conspiracy, but no co-defendants. It's the weirdest thing ever. And I got on the compound, and it's a man's world. It's where respect is everything. And what you say out your mouth can cost you your life. You know, if you say yes, I think the Bible say that. Let your yea be yea and your no be no. It's just whatever you say is your word. And you have the same people you have on the street you have in there. You got the shookers and the jobbers and the clowns, but respect is paramount. You have to give it. And it was still a city within a city. I enjoyed it. Most of my buddies there were life sentence people, so we got along great for the most part. They were way more chill than these people with 5 and 6 years. I didn't understand them niggas at all.
Right.
I couldn't relate. You niggas running around here with 5 years, and my date is way too far to think about that. And I had a bad habit when I went in of walking down the range and looking in the doors. And I looked one day and saw one man pleasing another man. That threw me off. We stopped looking indoors. Before I could do that no goddamn door. That was a little too much for me.
Wow.
And then I saw a lot of friends get on being on other men. Some guys in there, that's what they own. You see it, and they find some people need that companionship. I don't think it's about the sex. I think it's about the companionship, because they have full-blown relationships in there. You got dudes walking around, that's my husband, that's my wife, and we'd be on the track, walking the track, and you hear, all right, bye baby, see you later. And that's naturally a man and a woman thing, so you turn and look, and you see one man give another man a kiss, and you like, what? And for some people, it's almost offensive because of what's your normal, and what fits your normal. That's totally opposite of your normal, but for other people, it's these more liberally minded people like, oh, it's okay, it's fine. And it kind of is, because that's your business, but whatever. My first stabbing I saw was because of that. Stabbing is gangster. I respect stabbers. I don't respect shooters. A stabber is a killer. I'm scared of them. But I was in commissary in the same situation. I heard, all right, give me a kiss then. 2,000 men. Who the hell finna give who a kiss? I want to see this. So I turned my nosy behind around, and I watched the guy hit a man in the cheek. He bust his whole cheek open with the knife.
Whoa.
And then he hit him in the neck. And I beat the man that got stabbed out the building. Man, I ran for my goddamn life. I ain't never seen that much blood in my life. I ran screaming out the building. I ain't even got touched. I was 40 yards away. Man, I ran for my damn life. Ran, got my roommate, and then left him and took off running. We supposed to be walking on the compound. I'm running. The gun tower was trying to figure out what's wrong. They gonna shoot me. I ran to the phone, called my mama crying, and ran to my room.
Right.
Never seen no shit like this before. So,
oh man. All right, so D, your time in prison, have you ever been in confinement?
I did like a year.
A year straight in confinement?
6 months and 6 months.
Oh, 6 months, okay.
The first time I went, I had a real problem with disrespectful staff. And I got into it, well, there was on some racist stuff, actually. Some stuff had happened, and it happened to it happened to me, and it happened to 2 white guys. And it was the same situation. And all they did to them was take their commissary and phone. But for me, they took my job. And when I was in there, my job was how I paid for, I provided for myself. paying you $400-500 a month. You ain't got no bills. $400-500 is okay. That's money your family don't have to send. So when I asked them why they took my job and not theirs, they was like, that's stuff I didn't need to worry about. And I was like, what am I supposed to do about this? Like, do what you want. So I went to the warden. I told her the same thing. She's like, I can't do nothing about that. And I was like, but you the warden. She's like, I can't do nothing about that. So I lost it at that point. And I wrote them up. And they locked me up for because I told them I felt like staff was out to, more or less, I was just being treated unfairly by staff, and that her staff was corrupt. And I told the warden that if she didn't fix this injustice, she was in cahoots with them. And that was it. They locked my dumb ass up. So came and got me from work and locked me up. Because I was a GED tutor. They took my job in the factory. They put me in. I ended up getting a job in education. And so that's what that was. But I sat in there for X amount of time. What's wrong with them? Going at me. So I stayed there in the hole, and then they shipped me to Oklahoma. And I stayed in Oklahoma like a month, and 3 weeks. And then I ended up in Texas. And then I went to the hole when I was in Texas, fighting. Because it's very disrespectful individual. He's just being disrespectful. And I was telling him to leave me alone. And he kept going, and he was like, well, listen, whatever. And that probably means we should fight then. So we fought, and then went to the hole, and sat back there another 6 months. And I got out right before I got released. I got out the hole in January, and I got released in February.
And your time in like confinement, like how was your mental process? Like
I actually enjoyed it.
You enjoyed being in confinement?
Oh my God, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't wear no clothes. I was bucket naked.
Oh
I wouldn't take no roommate. He just keep bringing me the books. Get off my slot. That's it.
That's it.
Get off my slot and bring the book cart around. I've always been a thinking person. I like thinking, even if it was outlandish. Like I used to read books about Dan Brown. There was a lot of military fighter pilot stuff, and I could envision myself in the fighter plane, and I would be in there just daydreaming, lost, thinking about that. Then every now and then I would have moments of introspection where I thought about my life. But just being able to be free and not have nobody in my ear, you'd be amazed at how much you can hear when you can't hear nothing. Everything's just quiet. And then I go to the other side. Like, nah, it's this lane. Yeah. I know 8th Street is on that side. But anyway, yeah, man, with all that silence, I was really able to do some thinking. And it was relaxing, man. You gotta talk. You'd be amazed at how much your throat hurt when you don't talk for 3 weeks. When you don't say a word. You just quiet the whole time. You don't say it to nobody. You just in there. Every now and then you might mumble the words to a song. And then you just keep going. And then when you finally speak, your own voice will shock you. Like, that's me? Damn that. Okay?
Yeah.
So that was refreshing, man. That's what they did. It's the life I live. I found a way to get rolled up. I was always an idiot, man. I went to the hole once for sitting at the handicap table in the cafeteria because I was very smart behind it. Captain Brett came. He gave me the same spiel. Oh, this is why I don't like you Florida because you always, my mama's handicapped and she can't get the handicap spot because it's a young punk like you in the spot and you ain't even got no issues. I was like, I do have a handicap issue. She's like, what's your issue? I was like, one of my legs longer than the other two. Lock his ass up! So they took me to the hole immediately at that point. And they locked my dumb ass up very, very quickly. And I sat back there for a hot 5 days.
Oh,
But they didn't even bring me no bread spread. I slept on the mat, man.
Oh.
They was not feeling me. He let me back out. Yeah, bitch, you dumb ass learned then. He's like, that's a good one though. I'm like, alright, you know, all is fair in love and war. Just do all my illegal crap in there with my cell phones, you know, with my cigarettes. I had fun in prison. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all. And I talk about it with a smile because I actually I grew up in there. I did all my 20s in prison. And I met some great guys, and everything y'all had in the street, we had in prison. They even had the slip and slide. I don't know if y'all remember that from back in the day.
slip and slide.
You run, you slide. You hit the bump? Yes. If you ain't never seen 50-year-old men sliding on the wreck yard with the dish detergent out the kitchen, come on, man. Listen, grown men busting their ass, man. Boom, boom, and slide all they had, but they had a tarp. It wasn't a real slip and slide. It was just a big 50-foot tarp that they done laid on the wreck yard and got the water hose from out the dugout and sprayed it and put some dish detergent out the chow hall. Niggas out, individuals out there running and sliding. Right. It's hot in the summer too. We in Texas, it's 100 degrees. Grown men sliding across the tarp. I had one time, Joker was gonna kill me. That was interesting. I had just came in. I was there like maybe a year. I was in Atlanta. And my roommate, he was in the room. He's like, Junior, take this to the laundry room. I was like, all right. So I go there. There wasn't nobody in there. The laundry machine stopped. I take the stuff, I go to put my stuff in there. So the dude, like, nah, young man, my stuff go there. He addressed me total respect. I was like, well, you wasn't here. It was an open spot. He was like, but my stuff is going there. He was telling me. And I was lost, you know, man. F nigga, I was here first. Woo, 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 woo. And lost, woo, woo. He was like, yo, blood, it's okay, baby, calm down. It's all right, you got that. Right. So I come back to the room, my face all tight. My roommate like, what's up, Junior? I say, man, that dude stay across the till, man, talking to me, man, that FLR. He's like, that's how you talk to him? I was like, yeah. He's like, who was it? I said, it was Tom. Man, he grabbed my hand and drugged me around there immediately. So we get there, we open the door. He under the bed, sharpening a knife.
Oh, no.
What you finna do with that? So he looking up, he looking at me with the calmest face ever. How can I help him? Roommate Cheese, he just want to apologize. He didn't mean none of that. I saw that knife, sir, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean, I was just talking. Cheese was like, he's young, he's 19, he don't know no better. Yes, I'm young and 19, I don't know no better. I truly apologize. Me and dude was the coolest thing smoking from that point on.
Oh, man.
He was gutting me like a fish.
Woo, woo.
We got that straight.
Expeditiously.
Expeditiously, T.I. Expeditiously. Not to kill me.
Talk about the reentry process.
Scary.
What do you mean by scary?
Don't know what to expect. Didn't know what the hell I was walking into. I haven't been free now for 10 years. I've been behind a gate. And first mistake I made, I almost got hit by a car. I forgot the whole look left and right thing. I just walked across the street. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. The lady cussing me out, giving me the finger. I ain't been cussed out in a while. Last time somebody cussed me out, we fought. So I want to fight, but she's in this vehicle. I'm like, what the hell? So I went to the store and I wanted to buy a cell phone. And the boy, he was a Tweety bird. Hey, oh my God, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? What are we doing here today? And he, how can I help you? I was like, you really can't, dog. I'm good.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna trip on that. But rode the bus back. It was real cool. I got to Miami, Valentine's Day, 2013, Thursday, and the next day I was telling them to send me back. I was scared, man.
So you told them to send you back to prison?
The next day, that Friday night, February 15th, I was scared. Terrified. It was too much. Too much. You could feel it. You could feel the immenseness of being free. It was just like, oh, I can. So you telling me I could walk across the street and ain't nothing stopping me from going down the street if I want to?
Yeah.
I got all this freedom again. People don't understand how precious freedom is. People overlook it, but freedom is I don't even know how to. You have to lose it to understand what it feel like to get it back. It scares you because it's like, dang. People take for granted opening the refrigerator whenever you want. Walking. Oh damn! I left my keys in the car. Or I left my book in the car. Let me go get it. You in prison? If you leave your gym bag in the rec center and it's locked down, that's just gonna sit there till tomorrow. And no matter, I don't care what you do, it's not moving.
What made you come up with the idea? A handyman for you, your business.
I left the job making bulletproof vests, and I left it into nothing. I didn't have no backup, no job, but I knew I had a family and I wanted to do more, so I started working for this company called Miami Furniture Assembly. And I was always good with my hands. I was always good at fixing stuff and taking care of stuff. So that just seemed like a natural spillover. So I started working for Miami Furniture Assembly, doing kitchens, bathrooms, home furniture installations, and assembly. And people would ask, "Oh, you a handyman? What do you do?" And I tell them, they're like, "Oh, you a handyman?" I was like, "Okay." Then I would hear, "Man, you know what, man? You need something? I got a handyman for you." And I ain't that complicated. He'll refer me to somebody. So I got a handyman for you. Let me give you his number. And they would give him my number. And it kind of just happened. Like, had you not known, I had the radio playing in my pocket.
All right. So you had any adversities starting your business?
Yes. Outside of the normal stuff, they really don't. That's not something they teach you how to be. It's independent of them. They teach you. I mean, you go, and this is just my philosophy or my interpretation of life. They teach you to go to school and get good grades, so you can get a good job and work for somebody. And it's not. That actually works for a lot of people, and a lot of people are successful in that. But I'm an airhead. My head is always in the clouds. So with that being that, it would never work for me because I would feel like I'm not fulfilling my heart doing what I want to do. But what I want to do is, I'm lazy. I like working, but I'm lazy. I don't know if that makes sense. I like working when I want to work, but I also like my free time. My free time is more important to me than anything because I do the stuff I want to do. Pop's got the game. So I had to find something where I could do the stuff I wanted to do and at the same time maintain myself. But just lack of education, lack of somebody explaining. You know, when they say the game is meant to be sold and not told, nobody wanted to give up the game. Nobody wanted to, even like now where I am, they're tight-lipped with the stuff that I do. And we all get to work from the same place, but they don't really spread the game out. And it's more work than they can handle. It's work that stays on the table every day. But they're not giving it away. Nah, we ain't gonna tell this dude nothing because he this, and that. You know, he coming in from the outside. But it will benefit everybody to get the money.
Right.
I give jokers a game knowing that, you know, you should keep it close to chest, but I feel like it's too much money in the world to hold somebody else back from what can help them. I've always felt like helping people. So that, I think education is the biggest part. Lack of education on the subject. And whether that be something you learned on your own or it was taught through you through school. If you even think about school, entrepreneurship is not taught in school.
Facts.
They don't teach, especially to us. It might be available in other places, and maybe now that the world is changing, but I didn't even know what that was growing up. That wasn't an option. You couldn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur." You might joke about it, but you really didn't know what you was talking about. And so you get there now, and you want the LLC stuff. That was an interesting journey trying to get that together, and the banking account and all of that. To be here now, it's like, all right, you know. Then one of them was having the other half on the same page. You know, is it getting her to see the vision was a process. Getting her to know that it's coming without anything other than my word, but knowing that I'm legit with my feet to the fire trying to make it happen. The belief of my peers, you know, you have certain people, I'm not even gonna say you, but I had certain people in my corner that were diehard, devout followers, but then I had other ones that were not as devout. They wouldn't, or they hear me with the vision or hear me with the dream, but they wouldn't really support it. And that, when I was in my quiet time by myself, that kind of let you down. Like, dang, man, why am I pursuing this, man? Ain't nobody even really supporting this. Ain't nobody believing in this. So what am I doing? And reflecting on that, it's like, all right. I think those were the hardest things to overcome. That, just being able to carry yourself until stuff came into play. That was a journey in its own right. installed about 75 feet of gutter guard material on the second story. I have about another 150 feet to go to be complete with upstairs, and then I'm going to move downstairs. She has sinking pavers because her paver base wasn't installed properly, so I'm going to put down some aggregate, a new sand base just to level out her patio, and then I'm going to pressure wash the lower portion of her garage as well as the patio, or the carport and the patio. That's what's up to come. Maybe another 2 days worth of work, a few dollars in the pocket. That's it.
So D, what message you have for the people?
Believe in you. I mean, I think I probably heard that somewhere before, but
Might have to speak up loud, bro.
believe in you and be willing to pursue whatever your dream is, even if, I don't know, I think it has something to do with success. If your success is having just a solid 9 to 5 and not going any higher, then go get that. Don't worry about what nobody else thinks and or says. If your success is being a billionaire, then chase that. But be your best. Even if it's a bad, or not be your best, that's wrong. Just give your best and do whatever it is that your heart desires. That way when it's over and you in the final seconds of whatever this life is before the next life, you can say that you live. You live. Just be a good person and pursue that which you really want to do. Be that a fishing captain, which is my end game, or be that a graffiti artist for the contemporary world, whatever it may be. Chase your dreams. If you're not, you might well dig a hole and throw some dirt on your head.
Yeah, I know y'all gonna like this video, man. Somebody had to hear this message, you feel me? You know we making a difference, man. It was good vibe the whole day, you feel me? The contact information will be in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out. Yo!
Trying to get rich in my lifetime. I'm just living out my life for what it's worth. I don't owe shit to nobody. This year they gon' know.